at the time period when I released it in 2012,
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say I was the only one who had a documentary on Seafood Town, at least to the general public worldwide, which was
Hmm.
a great thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And would you be able to let's go into the history behind the arrival of Germans in Jamaica and how Germantown was established?
Well, okay, again, this gets contentious and
Hmm.
people argue over this, even in the academic realm, but we're going back to the 1830s and we're going back to the emancipation period in Jamaica, where uh, the slavery was now being ended. The abolitionist movement had succeeded, um, and the crown had now deemed slavery to be illegal, and they were giving the planters, approximately was it a 5 year period or an 8 year period, where they had to incrementally now liberate the slave population. And at this point, the planters were, I think, kind of frantic, scrambling for alternatives to maintain a cheap forms of labor. So they looked into indentured servitude. This is where it gets contentious because there's numerous academics who insist the German arrivals never did any form of agricultural indentureship. I've even had people insist they weren't indentured.
Yeah.
I dealt with some who would, where they come up with this, they never could give me an actual answer or any documentation. They would just make assertions and use games of semantics. But according to numerous academics and historians and publications, the Germans in the 1830s were coming under stipulations of indentureship to work as indentured laborers under these plantation systems.